So as the teams take the floor, we are about to check out some real talent here in Springfield. Thank you for tuning in to Springfield Spike Attack. My name is Brendan Holland, down at Focus Springfield, corner State and Main. Chris, take it from that tripod down there. The teams take the floor. Let's see what these people are able to give us. You can see the libero about to take the floor for Putnam. Crowd getting loud. Wonder if you can even hear me. Central lines up to take the first serve. The serve is long. It's going to be a point for Putnam. Central starts off the game on a botched serve. That's never great for team morale. Putnam lines up to take their first serve. It's going to be a jump serve to the backside. See the bump, set, and a free ball sent over, dumped by Central. Putnam with a set and a good hit. It goes right into the net. Those blockers on Central able to push it down, get the point. We're tied at 1-1. Central back with the serve. The serve is to the back corner. We're gonna have a set to the back. A nice hit over. Central able to recover. They dump it over the net. See if Putnam can get a bump set spike combo. A good outside hit by Putnam. Central able to recover. Central dumps it over again. They got to get a hit in here. Seeing some good back and forth play by both teams. Central with their first hit. And that is deflected by Putnam. The crowd goes wild. See how this Putnam team does today. Putnam sends over a long serve. They're going to send it back to Central. At this rate, nobody's going to win. Yeah, both teams coming out of the gate hard. Central with a nice serve. Looked a little long, but Putnam goes for it anyway. Not able to quite dig under it. If your libero can't get under it, nobody can, because that's basically their only job, to dig for those balls. Ball sent over by Central. A nice serve. Putnam able to recover with a bump set spike. That spike sent high and out of bounds. Central lets it slide, and Central's going to get another serve. Central's up 4-2 in this match. Central with a good initial hit. Putnam sends a free ball over. Central dumps it on the second hit, trying to fool them. And again, team's not quite setting up a three-hit offense. And there we go. I jinxed myself. Central does it there, but they hit it just out of bounds. It's going to be Putnam ball. Putnam serve. Putnam sporting their breast cancer awareness for October. Little miscommunication there on Central as the libero goes for the set, but nonetheless, Central earns the point. They're up 5-3. Such a fast-paced game. People who think volleyball is boring have never played it competitively. I can attest to that. Central, amid confusion, is able to complete the three-hit possession and have a nice cross hit sent over from their outside hitter. Central gets another serve. They're up 3-6, 6-3. Putnam receives it but sends it right back over. Central sends it over on their second hit, but it goes just out of bounds, down on the line drive. Serve's going to be for Putnam. Got a Putnam substitution coming in. Putnam's down 4-6. Let's see if they can score a couple to tie it up or go ahead. And alas, that one goes out of bounds as they brought in one of their serving specialists just for that serve. Central up 7-4. We're going to take this serve. Lining up pretty far back. We might see a jump serve. Nope, just a walking start. Putnam with a good reception. Bump set. Could have gone for a 10 hit there, but instead they dump it over. And Central sets up an awesome offense there. Putnam recovers, but not quite able to send it over. This Central team looking pretty solid. You can see how they had the commitment to come back from being down one set to win 3 in a row and win the match last time these two teams played. But also definitely seeing some even gameplay. Got a couple good teams here. Central sends the ball over, but as they run into the net, that's going to be a foul. Turnover. Point Putnam, serve Putnam. It's really awesome watching sports at this time in the high school season because all the teams are getting really good. They all have their stuff together. Seeing some competitive gameplay from both teams as Central isn't able to hit that one over. Going to see a Putnam point on the board there. Got a great serve there by Putnam, but it's just a little long. Central takes possession and scores the point. Central with the serve. It's a short serve. Putnam returns it on the first hit. Putnam with a great opportunity to set up a 3-hit rotation, and they do. They're sending it into space, and Central not quite able to dig under that one. That's a point for Putnam. You can score with a lot of power on your hits. You can score with good placement on your hits, but ideally, you have a little bit of both. Putnam sends over a good serve there. See the libero serving. Central not able to make anything off that serve. Not quite enough of a breakdown to be considered an ace, but pretty close. Let's see what we can see on the second serve. To the back row, and that's an ace as the set is broken, and we have the serve go straight through the hands of Central. Putnam ties it up at 9. Let's see what's possible. The serve is good, it's low, and Putnam with a nice hit directly off that reception. Putnam's able to hit it right back over, and Central no answer for that hit. Not covering that far corner. Cross hits are dangerous, it's easy to get blocked, but if you're not, the payoff can be huge. It's hard to dig under that. See the fourth serve in a row here. That one is just far out of bounds. Not quite enough top spin. Tied up at 10, we're going to see a serve from Central. Goes over low, and that is an ace for Central. A good serve, drops right down in between a few bewildered Putnam players. We got the Putnam Beaver here cheering on our team as Putnam scores another point. That Beaver going wild over there. We hang out with him at basketball games too. It's a great mascot costume. I love that he's not wearing any sort of jersey. He's just a beaver. Putnam with the serve. We're tied up at 11. Central with the bump, the set. They send over a free ball. Putnam, a little miscommunication, but they still managed to send it over. Putnam sets up a good hit to that back corner. Central not able to do anything. Putnam scores. The home team goes up 12-11. Seeing a good game so far. This is looking like it's going to be just as close as the last time they played. The Central victory of 3-1 doesn't quite tell all. Now, the last time these two teams played, the set scores were 25-21, 22-25, 19-25, and 14-25. So really no blowout there. The last set, not quite as close, but good competitive games. Putnam goes up by another point as Central pushes a free ball to the back corner. It goes just a little far out of bounds. Putnam with the serve. They're going to send it over straight down the middle. Good reception by Central. The bump set and a good hit. That's just outside that guide. That's going to be out of bounds on Central. Putnam crowd getting pumped. They're glad they came to this one. They forced Central into taking their first time out of the game. That Putnam Beaver going crazy. Saw him cover up his eyes over there because he's so ashamed of himself. Central playing good, but you got to keep it in bounds. You know, you can't score if it's out of bounds. It may seem obvious, but it's tough. You want to get it close to the line so you know, hit it into empty space and the other team has a tough time receiving it. But at the same time, unless you have great accuracy, you're likely to hit it out every now and then. But like every aspect of life, everything regresses to the mean eventually. All of these out of bounds hits. Central will make it up for it later by hitting a ton inbounds. Just got to keep playing. Putnam comes out of the timeout to serve. Putnam up 15-11. They're going to serve it straight down the middle. Oh, goes to the back corner. Central not able to receive that. That's an ace for Putnam. It's a shank back to the corner. Central libero not quite able to dig low enough. Good serve up there up the middle. Putnam serving very well this game. Central scores off that block Putnam had that sends it out of bounds. See if Central can get it back together or if Putnam's going to run away with this set. One of the great things about volleyball from the perspective of a team down is that at the beginning of a set, 0-0. Central sets it up, a good hit, Putnam receives it, able to send over a free ball. Central hits it to the back row. Putnam in disarray, they send it straight over on the second hit. Central takes 3 hits and they send it outside that guide, that's out of bounds. You know, in basketball, if you're down by 30 going into the second half, it's tough to come back. But in volleyball, if you lose 25-0 in the first set, that doesn't affect the second set at all. Except you probably wouldn't be able to win because, you know, you lost by 25 points when you can only score that many. But Central scores another point there with the cross hit. Putnam doesn't go up to block that one. See Putnam coach a little frustrated. You can see some good serves from Central, hopefully, to make up for the small, manageable deficit they've kind of fallen into. Central serves it across to that back right corner. Central able to bump, set, and spike over one. But wow, Putnam jumps up for the big block. That's huge as Putnam moves into being only 7 points away from this set being theirs. That serve short. Central serve. Central down by 4 points. 14 to 18. See what they can make of this one. Got a full crowd in here today at Putnam Vocational Technical High School. Central sends over the free ball. Putnam sets it up, and a good 10 hit from the back row. Without the fingertips of the blocker and into empty space, Putnam scores the point. We got 19 to 14. Putnam substitution. Putnam 6 points away from winning the set. Central 5 points away from Putnam. Central started off really well, but after hitting it out of bounds a few times in a row, falling behind a little bit. See if they can get their mojo back. That ball mishit by Central. Point will go to Putnam. Serve heads back to Putnam. Putnam needing 5 points to seal this set. See what they're able to make of it. Putnam with a good hit to the back corner, solid inbounds. Central with a good hit that's out of bounds. These balls really not falling Central's way today. See what they're able to do with the rest of this set. Putnam 4 points away from winning this set. Central digs, they're able to set up a front row hitter who hits from a ways back. That block by Putnam. Putnam blocker touched the net a little bit, so ball's going to go to Central. Central's got to score the next 2 points. These are must-win points. Can't be down by 6 when your opponent only has 4 to go. Putnam's able to receive that to Central's chagrin. Central able to make something of that, but Putnam sends it right back over. Putnam scrapping really well this game. We got a double hit there by Central setter. That's a huge turnover, one that you never want to make, but especially at this stage of the game, it's really dangerous. Putnam sends over a good hit. Central receives it well. We've seen great receiving from both teams. Oh, and that almost picked up by Putnam after the block. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, a block doesn't count as a hit. So you can block it, and then you still have 3 hits. Now, you can actually block it and then hit it yourself if it goes down onto your own side. It's something that some people don't realize. Central with the ace. Central's scored 2 in a row, down by 5. Putnam only needs 3 to win the set. Let's see what they're able to make of it. Central with a good serve. That's an ace, shanked out of bounds. Central can keep serving these in bounds. Looks like they've shaken up Putnam a little bit. Another couple points and Putnam's gonna have to take a timeout to regroup. Another good low serve. Putnam receives that one and sends it straight into the net. Central making the comeback. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Wish I was a mind reader. Raven Simone. Putnam hits it. That's out of bounds, but Central goes for it. And that Putnam thought was out of bounds, but they didn't. I guess it's better to go for it when it is out than to not go for it if it isn't. Central scores the point there on that miscommunication. And suddenly, Central, that was down by 7 points when Putnam only needed 3 to win. Putnam hasn't scored since, and Central scored 5 in a row. Really impressive gameplay from this Central team, able to keep their composure and not say, when this set happens, you know, screw it, we'll win the second. It takes a lot of commitment for a team to be able to step up when you're down in this position. Putnam breaks the timeout quickly, even though they still have 30 seconds remaining. Going to come out of the timeout into a Central serve. Central, like I said, regressing to the mean with their serving, hitting all of them on this run inbounds after missing a few serves and hits and setting them out of bounds. Got a Central serve. You're watching Springfield Spike Attack on Focus Springfield. We're here at Putnam, filming Putnam and Central. Putnam up 22-20 on Central. Putnam able to scrap over a hit there. Central sets up a nice play. Putnam able to dig and keep possession. Putnam sends it to the back where there's nobody, but Central able to take charge. Central dumps it over with a bump. And an excellent block there by Central. Central down by 1 point, making a convincing case for themselves. I would say this is the comeback set of the year for volleyball, but this is also the first volleyball game we filmed so far this year. So, a huge point by Putnam, their first one in a while. They're able to get the serve. It'd be heartbreaking for Central to lose this one, but it would be great for Putnam to win it. Going up 1-0 is obviously a fantastic position to be in. Central scraps together a good hit. Got the bump set spike for Putnam. Central shanks it and sends it out of bounds on the reception of that hit. Central mounted a good comeback, but now giving up 2 straight points. Central was down 1, now they're down 3, when Putnam just needs 1 more point to win. That serve looked out of bounds, but Central not risking it. And that hit from Central going into the net. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the first set. We're going to see teams switch sides, and we're going to see what happens in round 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Springfield Spike Attack on Focus Springfield. My name is Brendan Holland. We're out here taking care of this volleyball game. We got the Central Golden Eagles visiting the Putnam Cyber Beavers, or Beavers. I think they team up with SciTech in this sport as well, but to be honest, I'm not positive. Seen good gameplay so far. Central almost rallying from a 7-point deficit right at the end of that set, but not quite able to seal the deal. Central rallied from being down 22-14 to being down 22-21. Then Putnam scored 3 straight to win that set. First set was 25-21 Putnam. Putnam up 1-0. Putnam's going to serve first. Got a bullet sent over by Putnam, setting the tone of this set early on. Free ball sent over by Putnam. The bump, you're going to set it up, and front row hitter is blocked by Central. Central scores that point. Central scores the first point of the second set. They're going to serve. Central's biggest problem in that first set, serving it out of bounds. As, ironically, Putnam hits it out of bounds. I think Central would have been able to win that first one if they didn't give up so many points early on. That Central serve goes out of bounds. It's better to hit it over kind of soft and in bounds than to not hit it over at all, or to hit it over out of bounds. Can't score any points when it lands outside that line. Central sends over a hit from the back row. We got a double set there by Putnam. It's going to be a Central point. Central desperately needing to win this set. I saw something the other day that, I do not know how true it is, but if a team is down 2 sets to none, they only have a 10% chance, slightly less than 10% chance of winning the match. Another news, you know, winning this set would be bad news for Central. Putnam wins that point. Putnam's down 2-3. They send over a nice serve to the back corner. Central sets it up with a good hit to that back corner. Putnam not able to make anything of it. Central gets the point. They get the serve. They're going to go up 4-2. Putnam performing very well under first-year coach Kerry Manning. That Central hit a little bit low. We're seeing a very similar thing to what we saw in the first set. Central not really able to get their serves in bounds the majority of the time. Either they're out of bounds or they're not over the net. Central sends over a free ball. You got Putnam, sends it over on the second hit. Bump, set. The outside hitter for Central sends it down the line. Putnam not able to recover when it bounces off the net. Central with a good play. Hanging on to their lead. Central's up 5-3. Set is still young. See what these teams are gonna make of it. Central serves it over, a nice serve. They send it straight through that blocker. Blocker probably not expecting that little tip by Central that pushed it out to the corner. Central doubling Putnam 6-3. A good hit there by Central. See if they can keep their serving streak up. I'd like to give a shout out to the Focus Springfield crew here today. We have Zofika Manzi, Chris Stone, and Jose Medeiros running our cameras. I've got your call. Central hits net there, and Putnam's going to get the serve. Putnam down 4-7, but it's a gap that they've proven they can bridge fairly quickly. Central making a great call there. That ball just out of bounds. Very, very close. Central up 8-4. Putnam sends it over. Central able to put a hit over, and Putnam almost looked like they didn't really attempt to recover on that one. Central lining up to serve again. Putnam gym very new, along with the rest of their school. It's like a shopping mall in here is what I hear most people say the first time they walk in. Beautiful building. Built by Consigli Construction. I believe it opened back in 2013. I could totally be wrong there. I'm no expert in dates and such. Central sends over the serve. Putnam with the bump set. They're going to send the hit to the back corner. That's just out of bounds. Central coming out with an early lead. Let's see if Putnam's able to counter. So far we're following the script from their first matchup where Putnam won the first set 25-21 and then Central won the second 22-25. And that'd be pretty wild if we saw the first two sets end with the same result of the first two sets the first time they played this season. Putnam not able to dig under that one. Putnam spacing looking a little bit off. Wonder how long it's going to be until Putnam calls a timeout. They might need it to refocus their defense. Central, admittedly getting very, very lucky on that one. You can't bet on that going over. If you're playing tennis, that's called a let. That doesn't count. But in volleyball, if it goes over the net on a serve, it's fair game, even if it kind of slides over like that. Putnam recovers it. They're going to set up on the outside. Central with a nice hit that's out of bounds. Just a little bit too much oomph on that one. Not quite enough top spin. Putnam sends over a bullet straight to the middle. Central with a nice setup and hit. Putnam's able to recover. Are they going to send it over? They do. Nice display there by Putnam. Central sends it over just out of bounds on the far side. Central's lead getting trimmed. See if Putnam's going to be able to ace him on this one. That would be crazy. And no, actually the opposite of an ace happened, where the other team doesn't even have a chance to hit your serve. Not because it was so fast, but because it was 10 feet out of bounds. Central sends it over. These serves keep kissing the net. That's an illegal hit there by Putnam. On the serve, you're not allowed to set it and extend your hands to the plane of the net. You need to wait for it to drop below the net and then bump it. But you're not allowed to set it above your head right when it's hit over, or else you could, you know, block it every time it came over. Speaking of blocks, Central with a nice one. We got the Beaver in the house. I'm sure he has a name, I just don't know it. Putnam receives it, but they send it out of bounds. Our friend the Beaver getting this crowd fired up. Central sends it over there. Got to delay a game here. The referee talking to the Putnam side. Central sends it over down the line. That's inbounds. Central goes up by 11. Central, winning now. What does this make it? 24 of the past 32 points. Since Central went on that run in the first set, they've scored 24 to Putnam's 8, I believe. Putnam's 9. Oh, Central with a monster hit there down the line. Putnam able to recover and dump it over. Crowd excited about that one. We're going to see a good hit there to space by Central. Putnam gets it, but not able to set up a great hit. They just send it over. Central sends it. That's blocked. Central gets to it, but not able to send it back over. Putnam down by 10. This game's still in their reach, but only if they turn it around quickly. Putnam sends over a good serve. Got a bump set spike there by Putnam to the back row. Central sets up a back row hitter. We got a good hit there. And a miscommunication on the Putnam side awards Central a point. Central is up 18-7. They get the serve back at that point. After a very competitive first set, we're seeing a bit more of a point disparity on this second set. That serve, really high, but had a ton of top spin. That one dives down on the back line. Putnam calls the timeout. That Putnam coach cannot blame her players for missing that one. That is just a tough serve to hit. When it's in the air, it totally looks like it's out of bounds. And then all of a sudden, it lands at your feet. Inbounds. Central performing very well so far. An impressive second set display after losing the first set, after almost winning it, coming back on a rally. Thank you for tuning in to Springfield Spike Attack on Focus Springfield Community TV. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy yourself. I'm having fun. I hope you have fun. If you're watching us on the TV, you can also check us out at youtube.com/Focus Springfield and at focusspringfield.com. If you're watching us on the web, you can also check us out on Channel 12. We are high school sports nightly at 9:30 p.m. So check us out. It's awesome. If you've ever seen the Lego movie, you would know that everything is awesome. At least that's the word on the street. Central with the serve. A nice serve that dips on the back. Putnam receives that one. Not quite able to send it over. Putnam instantly regretting not setting that up for a hitter and going straight for the hit on the second serve, or on the second hit, sorry. Central, really good serving. That almost a Central foul. Looks like they almost touched the net there, but not quite. Central wins the point. They're up 21-7 in this set. Putnam dips, dives, able to get it over, but Central with a monster hit there. Really beautiful. Impressive display of athleticism there. You can see on the replay how high she got up. That's a monster hit. That's kind of demoralizing. Putnam with a good bump set rotation, but not getting a spike in there for the third hit. Central sends that one to the back corner. Good placement. Let's see, there's no one there, and Putnam's not able to recover in time. Central up 23-7, 2 points away from winning this set. So different from the first set, where we were for a time at 22-21. Central not able to take care of that. Putnam down 8-23. Things looking tough, but this would be the comeback of the century. We would get on SportsCenter if Putnam came back from this one. We have a double hit there on Central. Putnam scores again, against all odds. 1 point at a time, right? No one ever scored 25 points at once. That serve for Putnam is a little long. It's going to be a Central point, Central serve. We got the set point here. Central's able to close out on this set. We're going to be tied. Putnam gets it over. Central scrambles, gets it over the net. Putnam sets it up for a hit, but they fool. Got a set over the net, and a good hit to the back corner. Both teams pretty tense, and that back set called as a double hit. That set goes to Central, and we are all tied up, ladies and gentlemen, at at 1 set apiece. We're going to be back in just a minute to watch the rest of this exciting game. After 2 sets, we have Putnam 1, Central 1. We'll be back in just a second. All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, after a thrilling first and second set for totally different reasons on each. We're back for the third. Putnam won the first set, destroying Central after a Central comeback. Putnam wins the first one 25-21. Central wins this last one 25-8. Looking forward to some good gameplay from both teams. We are as tied as it gets right now. 1 set to 1 set, 0 points to 0 points. 6 humans to 6 humans. Guess we're not quite symmetrical. Putnam has a libero in and Central does not, but pretty darn close to identical teams right now. You know, you wouldn't make too much of it, but Putnam's probably less tired now because they haven't scored as many points, even though the score is the same right now at 1-1. You can expect Putnam to have a little more energy down the line. Central with a good 10 hit there. It's a little low, goes right into the net. Central served that first one up, but point goes to the home team, Putnam. And the serve goes to Putnam. Putnam serves it over. Central calls it out. I'm not sure on that one. I would have gone for it too, even with this vantage point. Central sets up a good play. Looked like they're going for a spike there, but see the 2 blockers go up and quickly drop it in right behind them. It's when the back row needs to step up and recover that. Central serves that one into the net. Seems like every single Putnam point has come off a Central turnover on a serve. That's obviously an exaggeration, but Central not serving particularly well throughout this entire match. But I'll be darned, they're hitting pretty well. See a good cross hit there from the outside on Central's side. Central gets the serve. They're down 2-3. Not quite in dire straits yet. Central serves it over. Putnam with a nice little 3-hit possession. Central able to make something of that. They send it over. Bump set and spike for Putnam, but that's blocked by Central. Great positioning there. They saw it coming, and Central able to take care of business. You know, you can say, well, why should you get rewarded for doing what you were supposed to? But you see so often you miss those blocks and people hit it over anyway. You see it again there. Central able to take care of business. We see an ace there for Central. Central goes up 5-2. It's true, you should not get rewarded for doing what you're supposed to, but I think you should get rewarded for doing what you're supposed to every single time. That ball called just out of bounds. A heartbreaker there for Putnam. That was a great reception. Got sent back to the back corner. Our replay not able to offer a ton of help on that one. Central sends over an ace to a Putnam team that doesn't have it together the past 3 possessions. gym getting loud. These teams are only a half-mile away from each other. So we have a lot of fans from both schools here in a packed gym. Got a nice set by Putnam. They dump it over. And then Putnam not able to take care of it. Putnam called on a carry on that possession. Thank you for tuning in to Springfield Spike Attack. Hope you're having as much fun as I am. Central with a nice reception. They send over a good hit. Both teams receiving so well today. I've said that many times so far, but such an important aspect of the game. If you can serve well consistently, and you can receive well consistently, you're going to win a whole lot of points that the other team isn't going to get. Putnam with a serve. That drops down on the right side. Central sets it up, pushes the free ball to space right in the middle there. Putnam not quite able to recover. It's going to be Central ball. Central currently up 8-4, doubled up on the Putnam squad. An impressive display of athleticism by both teams. Impressive display of teamwork, dedication. That first set was a set to remember. Central dumps it over right into the middle, sees space, and they're going to score that point. Central picking their placement so well now. Look for Central to serve it to space again. They've been doing very well serving it to where Putnam players are not. And indeed, they do serve it to where Putnam players are not, out of bounds. Not the most effective strategy, but I guess sometimes it works. I'm just kidding. I know it wasn't on purpose. Got a little bit of a referee miscommunication here. They sorted it out. This is going to be a Putnam serve. Putnam drops the ball over just on the other side of the line. Central sends it. Putnam dumps it back over. Central with 2 good hits in a row on subsequent possessions. Central doing really well every possession, setting up the bump set spike. One goes off the blocker's fingers into that back corner. Central loving the cross hits. Haven't been seeing a ton of drives down the line by them. Not yet, at least. It's possible they'll switch up the gameplay. Central with an ace. Almost taking out a spectator there. It's a little dangerous. Central up 11-5. They're going to serve again. That one's high. Dips down in the back corner. Putnam wins the battle at the net there. Able to push it down onto the Central side. Putnam went up with 2 hands there. Central only went up with 1 hand. It's always a contributing factor. 2 hands are stronger than 1, unless your name is Andre the Giant, in which case 1 hand is pretty good. Central blocked there on that hit, not able to recover. That's a Putnam point. Putnam rallying from being down. They're now down 7-11. A nice hit to space there by Central. Central's playing smart volleyball, but not quite paying off on that possession, as Putnam is able to seal the deal on the point. Putnam down 8-11. That serve a little bit low. Central gets the point and regains possession of the serve. See a serve that drops down low. Putnam receives that and sends it out of bounds. It's unfortunate. It's never good to see a player receive it and send it out of bounds because that's sad. But it's nice to see aces like that. That is impressive. I wish I was that good at anything in my life. That was a beautiful serve. Central builds a little lead again. They're up 14-8. They're going to serve again. Drop it down. Putnam not able to recover. Not sure that quite counts as an ace, but still worth 1 point. You don't get style points in volleyball unless you're playing like EA Sports Volleyball, Volleyball Live, or Volleyball Street. Like set on fire and stuff when you have a lot of hits. Putnam sends that one to the back corner. Central with the 3-hit offense. Not able to hit it over the net. It's Putnam point. Gonna be a Putnam serve. Nice serve from Putnam. Central able to receive well. They get up to the net and push it straight over. Central able to recover. Sends it back. Putnam with a great recovery after the block there. Central does it again. This time sends it off the block inbounds. It's a Central point. Central currently up 16-9 against the home Putnam Beavers. Putnam receives it, but a little late. They're able to make something of it, send it over. We got the bump set and spike by Central. Well, that is blocked. Central able to keep it going. Putnam with the serve. See if Central can win it back, or if Putnam's gonna mount a comeback here. That serve goes just wide out of bounds. Central's gonna get the point, and they're going to get the serve back. Putnam receives, they send it over. Central sets up the 3-hit offense. They hit the cross hit out of bounds. It's going to be a Putnam point. Good work, Putnam. Your intimidation tactics have worked off, have paid off. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. That serve called out, but just inbounds. That's a Putnam point as they inch closer to Central. Next few points are crucial. Putnam wins 2 or 3 in a row here. They're in contention. Central is able to win 2 or 3 in a row. They can pretty much lock this one away. Central correctly this time calls that one out of bounds. They go up 18-12 in this third set. Putnam's calling a timeout. Seen a great match so far. We have Central up on Putnam in this set, 18-12, but the set count is all tied up at 1 apiece. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's a best of 5. Each set is to 25 points, except the 5th and final tiebreaker set. If that's necessary, you only play to 15, and you actually switch sides after one team gets to 8 points, I believe. We got the Girls Volleyball League champions here. 2001 and 2011, the home Putnam Beavers. Right now they're in 3rd place in their conference, behind the 2nd-ranked Central Golden Eagles. Let's see if Putnam's able to pull this one off. When you play a team in your own division, a win counts for more, because not only is it a win for you, it's a loss for your opponent. When you're as close in the playoff run as these two teams are, this could be a huge game for Putnam. Central with a good serve. Putnam not able to receive that one and dig under it. They send it straight into the net on the bump. Central up 19-12. Putnam is 7 points away from Central. Central is 6 points away from victory. They send over the serve. Great serving. Their serving has definitely regressed to the mean after a rough first set for serving. Central with a good hit there, but Putnam able to recover, send it over. Central libero digs. We got the bump set, and it's set over. Free ball pushed into empty space. Putnam able to recover, and we're seeing some haphazard play. These teams going to be able to mount a good possession. There we go. Central with a 3-hit possession, able to push the ball in the free space. Putnam, after running around a bit for a couple possessions, they're not quite in position to be able to block that or receive it when it falls into space. Putnam receiving well, but those second hits not going as well as they could hope. They're receiving it, but not necessarily receiving it to their setter. It's tough. Central sends it over. Putnam receives it straight back to that Central side. It's as good as anything. Putnam again winning the battle at the net. Seems like a good strategy for them. Putnam blocker gets a finger on it. That sends it in a direction the back row player not expecting. That one goes out of bounds off 2 Putnam players' hands. Central's up 22-12. 3 points from victory. Let's see if Putnam can mount a huge comeback. Got a botched hit there by Central. Miss hit sent into the net. Got to keep your wrist firm so you can strike through those balls like you're spanking a baby. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Just kidding. I'm not a baby hitter. We do not approve of that at Focus Springfield. Central with a nice hit off the knuckle, but it's not quite enough. Crowd getting fired up as Putnam wins 2 straight to cut the lead to 8. Pressure may be a bit much for this Putnam team as they serve it into the net. Central's up 23-14, 2 points from victory in this set. With a win in this set, they'll go up 2-1 in the set count for victory in the match. Putnam receives it well, and on the second hit, sends it into the net. We got a set point here for Central. See what they're able to make of it. That one goes out of bounds. If Central is able to win this one, it's going to come off a Putnam serve. It's pretty high pressure for Putnam players because it means 1 out of bounds serve or 1 serve into the net is a Central win. So even if Putnam plays perfect, they have to get 10 serves in a row in order to have a chance of winning this. That's not easy. Putnam scrambles. They're able to get something going. This Putnam team not giving up. We got the bump set and the spike from the outside hitter. Central recovers. They set up their 3-hit offense. Putnam gets it. First hit, not able to recover on the second, and Central wins the set. Central wins that set 25-15. Goes up 2-1 in the match. Stay tuned for set number 4. You're watching Spike Attack on Focus Springfield Community TV. And with the longest buzzer I have ever heard, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously, that was a long buzzer. Let's get a replay of that buzzer real quick. Holy cow, that was a long buzzer. Unreasonably long. Putnam starts off the set with a serve into the net. Obviously not the way you want to start a set. That point goes to Central. Serve goes to Central. You're watching Springfield Spike Attack, presented by Focus Springfield. My name is Brendan White-Holland, alongside Zulfika Manzi, Chris Stone, and Jose Medeiros, our broadcast crew here tonight. Central awarded another point after that serve. Got a packed crowd here today. Didn't know girls volleyball was such a hot seller in high school. When I was in high school, it wasn't, at least, but glad to see the sport getting some more popularity. I think it deserves it. It's a tough sport. Underrated for the athleticism it requires. Putnam dumps it over. That looks out of bounds, but Central hits it anyway. Central pushes it right into the net below those blockers. Putnam sends it over, Central receives it. Central's gonna push it over to the back corner. Putnam libero takes it, sets up a 10 hit. Central with the block, but it still goes over. Central dives for the pancake, but not able to get a second hit after that. Putnam with a nice serve that goes just over the net. They're able to get an excellent block there. Putnam able to jump just high enough to hit that block down and in. Putnam ties the game at 3 apiece. Central steps over the line there. That's a Putnam point. Putnam gets their first lead since, don't quote me here, but off the top of my head, since they won the first set. Central sends it over. Putnam sends it to that back corner inbounds. Putnam goes up 5-3, trying to force a 5th set. Let's see if they're able to do it. Last time these two teams played on October 7th, remember Putnam won the first set and then Central won 3 straight to win the match. Central wins that point when Putnam sends it out of bounds. Both teams, fans getting a little crazy here on the sidelines. You can barely hear me, but that's probably a good thing. Central hits that one out of bounds. Putnam earns another point. They're up 6-4. It's a Putnam serve. Putnam down 1-2. Central wins this set. We're going home, folks, with a Central victory. If Putnam wins this set, we're going to a 5th. The tiebreaker, which has special rules, only played to 15. Switch sides once one team gets halfway through. It's exciting, I promise. Central sends over a bullet that becomes an ace. Great possession there. Central with the serve. Game's all tied up. Let's see who will go up early on in the 4th set. Putnam with the hard hit. Cross hit goes out of bounds long. Thank you for taking time out of your day to hang out with me. I appreciate it. I now have 2 friends, you and my mother. Just kidding. I also have a dog. Putnam with a nice hit across there. Central lines up but a little too far away from the net. They're not able to hit it high enough to send it over. We have another tie game. There's a Putnam substitution. Nice serve to the back corner. Putnam able to make something happen. Putnam's game up on the net. Still really, really good. Putnam able to win that point. They have another lead. Putnam performing well. Good work to this Putnam team. Putnam sends it over. Nice reception by Springfield Central. Central sends it over, and Putnam not able to receive that one, but the game is still tied. We got a Central serve. We're tied at 8 apiece. Central up 2-1. Remember, a match is best of 5. First one to 3. It's a Central point. Central excelling at these low serves. Some impressive gameplay so far. Putnam receives that one, but sends it out of bounds. Putnam fans getting fired up with adequate cause. And a miscommunication there by Central. Putnam crowd goes wild as the home team is awarded that point. Got a Putnam serve, a bullet sent over. A nice reception sent to the far side. Central spikes it into the net. We have a tie game again. Would not be surprised if this game went to deuce at the rate it's going. Putnam playing the net well again. Central, a little miscommunication there. We got a double hit on the Central side as 2 teammates step up to hit it at the same time. Putnam gets their lead back off that one, 11-10. Putnam hits it into the net. We're back at a tie game, 11 apiece. This is Springfield Spike Attack, Central Golden Eagles visiting the Putnam Beavers here at Putnam High School in Springfield, Mass. Putnam called for a carry there. Not allowed to hit it with an open hand, underhand. That is a carry. Putnam down by 1 point. Central up 12-11. Central up. Central sends it out of bounds, and we're at a tie game again. This is intense. Central able to almost recover, but not quite. Bad reception there gives Putnam another point. Putnam up 13-12. Putnam libero with a great serve. Central pushes it straight into the blocker. Blocker not able to keep it on the Central side of the net. Central awarded a point. We're at 13 apiece, which, yes, is another tie game. Putnam receives that one and sends it out of bounds on the reception. Central point. Seen so many tie games so far this set. Wonder where my man Ty Lawson's at. Actually, Putnam basketball, I believe we have Ty Nicholson and Tyone Malone, if I'm remembering names correctly off the top of my head. So, Ty Nichols. We got a couple substitutions here on the Putnam side. Putnam down 14-15 against the Central Golden Eagles, looking to win back this point and tie up the game. Central sends that one too far. That's a Putnam point. We're tied at 15 apiece. Putnam serves. Central looking to side out and score a point. Nice serve by Putnam, goes to the back row. Straight back over to Putnam. Let's see what Central's able to make of it. We got the bump set and they push a through ball back. 2 bumps in a row for Putnam and then the hit. They're able to take care of business. Central not able to recover. That's a Putnam point. It's a Putnam lead. Up 16-15. Putnam will serve again. That one goes into the net. Central gets the serve back. Sound like a broken record at this point, but we have a tie game. Central serve, they're going to send that one over. Putnam receives. They're not able to do much with that reception. Goes out of bounds. Central goes up by 1. It's going to be another Central serve. Putnam looking to side out here and tie the game in the process. Putnam sides out, we got a tie game. Putnam sends the serve over. Low serve, Central's able to receive. We have the 10 hit, Central sends over. Putnam receives it poorly, but then able to recover. They dump it over. Central recovers. Great possession here by both teams. Central looks like they're going up for the hit, but then tip it over into the empty space. Putnam not able to recover, and we have a Central point there. Central serve. Central is up 18-17 on the home Putnam Beavers. Central is up 2-1. Remember, if Central wins this set, they win the deal. A little bit of back and forth there. Central sets up a nice 3-hit rotation. Central thinks that one's going out, but ball called in. That's a Putnam point. Putnam sides out, ball goes back to them. We're tied again. There's an almost annoying amount of ties so far this set, but it's good for Putnam, who's looking to stay in it and force a tiebreaker set. Central not able to hit it over on that first hit, and then not able to recover on the second or third. That's a Putnam point. Putnam's up 19-18. Putnam sends it to the back corner. We got a bump set and a spike to the outside hitter. Putnam receives. They send it over on the first hit. Central sends it to space. Putnam sends it over on the first hit again. Central sets up the 3-hit rotation. That one does not go over the net. That's a Putnam point. Crowd goes crazy. Central calls a timeout. Suddenly, Central down by 2. Putnam 5 points from victory. Not quite in their grasp, but definitely closer than it's been since set 1. I always considered being kind of in the clear when you are closer to winning than your opponent is to you. So in this case, Putnam is able to score 2 in a row. They would be 3 away from winning. Central would be 4 away from Putnam. And then Putnam can relax a bit and just play some smart volleyball to clean up 3 points before Central scores 7. Likewise, if Central's able to come out strong here, side out and score 3 or 4 in a row, puts them in a very good position. Miscommunication there by Central, which put them up by 1 more. After being tied 18-18, Central now down by 3. Putnam wins 3 straight. Nice bump set spike rotation there from Central, but does not go over the net. Central down by 4. Putnam 3 points away from winning this set. I believe I just said that actually, so Central with a big hit where it counts. Central sides out, they get the point. Central's down by 3, 22-19. Central going to be able to come back. Is Putnam going to be able to lock this one away and force a tiebreaker? Find out right now on this edition of Springfield Spike Attack. Putnam sends over the reception. Central sends a free ball into space. Putnam winning the battle on the line again. Central able to recover and send one over. That ball looks out of bounds. Central hits it. We got the 3rd hit here from Central just over the net. Putnam recovers. They sent the free ball right into the net on the 2nd hit. Putnam was up 22-18. We saw Central side out, then win their first point off a serve. That serve out. That's a Putnam point. This is huge for Putnam. Putnam is not able to lock this one away. Central wins and we go home, remember. If you're a Putnam fan, that's not good. If you're a Central fan, that's awesome. For competition's sake, let's hope Putnam wins this one and we get another. Putnam receives well, sets up the 3-hit rotation. They send it over. Central's able to get the first hit, but they're not able to seal the deal. Putnam 1 point away from locking in and forcing a 5th set. Not looking too good for Central, who would have to win 5 straight. Putnam could put it away here. Let's see what happens. Ball goes over into space. Decent reception. Central able to dump it over. Reception by Putnam. We got the bump, set, and a push to free space on the line. That's a Central point. Ball goes out of bounds. Looked like Central did not touch it on that block. Putnam fans pretty ticked off there if we can see some of those in the camera shot. We're about to see a riot here, ladies and gentlemen. Central serves the ball over. Putnam receives it, sends it back over fine. Central dumps it over on a possession. Putnam with a bump, set and spike over the net. Central receives, little miscommunication. They still get it over the net, but that is out of bounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Putnam wins the fourth set, 25-21, after a crazy back and forth in the fourth set. We're tied at 2 sets apiece. We're gonna see the 5th tiebreaker set in just a second. Thank you for tuning in to Springfield Spike Attack. If you are as excited as I am, I'm sure you will still be here in just a minute when we return. We'll see you in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Springfield Spike Attack on Focus Springfield Community TV. This has been a pretty intense volleyball game so far, if I do say so myself. We're tied at 2 sets apiece in the tiebreaker set. Remember the special rules of this set. It's not like every other set. We only play to 15 points because you're tired as heck at this point in a volleyball game. And you switch sides after one team makes it halfway to victory. Putnam with a good serve on the first one. Central sends it over, able to score the first point. Every point so much more valuable in the tiebreaker. Instead of being worth a 25th of a set, every point is worth a 15th of a set. Almost double. Central wins another point as Putnam shanks that reception. Central with another hit. That one's just out of bounds on the Putnam side. The ball's going to Putnam. Putnam down 1-2, looking to tie it. Central looking to side out and go up by another point. We're tied at 2 sets apiece in the 5th and final tiebreaker set of this match. Central with a beautiful bump set spike setup. The cross hit is just out of bounds called. And that's a Putnam point. A little bit of a challenge going on that call. Let's see what the refs end up saying. Again, every point huge in this stage of the game. And that going to Central. Not sure if our replay agrees, but well, I guess if you're watching that in real time, it could go either way. Refs aren't gods. Central wins the point. They serve it, they're up 3-1. Putnam sends it over. Central with the bump, set, and the spike, they're gonna send it over. Putnam with a nice reception, really picking it up since that 4th set Putnam has. Putnam digs for the ball. They send it over backwards, and a Central miscommunication causes them to kind of lose sight of that one. Putnam wins the point, makes that call on the last point, not quite so disastrous for Putnam. Being down by 1 is not the worst position you could be in. It's not the best, not as good as being up by 1, but Putnam not able to receive that hit. Central goes up by 2. Score in this set is 4-2, set tied 2-2. This tiebreaker set is winner take all. And the same deuce win by 2 rules do apply. So I guess we could play until like 60. I hope we don't. My dog would be pretty angry. Central with a nice hit, breaks the block and wins that point. Had some good crowd participation here for this normal regular season girls volleyball game. Who knew there was a hidden gem of fans at this random game at the end of October in the regular season. Central plays well in this possession. shouldn't say this is a regular game. Central is ranked 2nd, Putnam is ranked 3rd in their division. Whoever wins this one could end up switching orders, and if Putnam loses this, their chances don't exist anymore for being 2nd in the division. A huge block for Putnam. Putnam crowd goes wild. Truly a beautiful possession there for Central, but Putnam able to get it done on the net like they have all game. Central receives it. They set up for the block. Putnam not able to receive that one. Central hits it. Putnam not able to get the block. Central wisens up, hits it over the blocker. Nice Putnam reception, sends it over. Central sends it over on their first hit. Nice 3-hit possession there by Putnam. They're able to set up. Central recovers. They send it over the net. For some reason, Putnam not playing the net like they normally do there. We're seeing a carry on number 6 of Central. Now Central can't be angry. We see a couple controversial calls in this final set. One in favor of Putnam, one in favor of Central. Central up 6-4. See if the home Putnam Beavers can seal the deal. That serve going outside the guide there. That's a Central point. To jog your memory, Putnam won the first set 25-21. Central won the next 2 sets by a ton, blowout, and Putnam won the 4th one 25-21, another close one. 5th set is winner take all. Putnam sets it, and that is inbounds. Officials confirm it. That's a great Putnam free ball sent over to space. Putnam getting fired up. Seems like Putnam cares as much about girls volleyball as they do about their #1 ranked basketball team that's won states like a gajillion years. Nice serve there. Central receives well. They send the hit over to the back row. Putnam plays the net well again. Coach proud there. Putnam cuts the lead to 1. Central's up 7-6, and it's a Putnam serve. I'm a little nervous, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even have any skin in the game. Putnam serves that one a little bit far, and here we see halfway through at 8 points. They're going to switch sides. Putnam 7 points, or rather Central 7 points from victory. Putnam just behind them. Need to score 9 points to win, unless of course we get sent to deuce. You must win by 2, like in a lot of sports. This Putnam crowd pretty fired up. Central with the serve. That's a good serve in bounds. Putnam shanks that one. You see, in real time, that one looked in bounds to me, but that totally could have gone out. And those ones are tough because you end up hesitating, hitting it a little late, and then you don't get a great reception. Putnam with the poor reception on that one, not able to make much. Central goes up 10-6. Central wins their last 3 points in a row. Putnam cut the lead to 7-6, but now Central up 10-6. Putnam with a nice reception. Putnam playing the net like they do so well. That one is inbounds called. Putnam fans ticked off about that one. I don't think I'm allowed to say words on television that can adequately describe how the fans feel. Central feeling pretty psyched right now. Central has victory in their grasps after letting their school down in the 4th set, allowing Putnam to force a 5th. Seen some good gameplay so far from both teams. Fans getting fired up, supporting their home Putnam Beavers, and plenty of people supporting the away. Central Golden Eagles. Got people dancing on the sidelines. It's like we're at a Grateful Dead concert. But let's play volleyball. Central serve. Central with 4 straight points. Putnam was down just 7-6, but Central made the lead a bit larger. Putnam able to recover, send over that ball quickly. Central sends a bullet over. Putnam receives, able to jump over a ball to the back line. Central with a nice bump set spike setup. Going to be able to receive. Nice job by Putnam there. They're able to send over a free ball. Great reception to keep them in this game. Putnam slows the game down. 3-hit rotation. Central able to set up. Kind of haphazard hit, but Central still able to get it over. Central leaving those back corners open, but Putnam not able to get it there. Central scores a point there. Central 3 points from winning. See if Putnam can rally. To take back this set and the game. A great block there by Putnam. But then a total communication breakdown after Central recovers and is able to get it back to the Putnam team. Putnam looked like they were celebrating after that one, and then not quite. Central with an ace there, looking like they may go home with this one. Be impressive if Central wins here. It'll be 8 points straight to win this match. Central with the ace, winning 8 points straight in the 5th tiebreaker set to win this match. Seen great gameplay from both teams this evening. Congratulations to the home Beavers and the away Eagles. Thank you for watching Springfield Spike Attack. This has been a Focus Springfield production. My name is Brendan Holland. We've been here with Zolfika Manzi, Chris Stone, Jose Medeiros on our cameras. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.